Hello everyone, welcome to Live Interactive English. I'm Mike.
I'm Rainbow.
And we're back for Benedict Cumberbatch Day 2. I could just say Benedict Cumber Day 2. Far from Ordinary is the name of our article. And of course, yes, we're learning about Benedict Cumberbatch, the award-winning actor.
You know what?
What's that?
I like him so much that I want to go to England.
Are you going to go and try to find where he lives and stalk him? Don't do that. He's a married man. Leave him alone.
But I can go to the scene where they filmed Sherlock. Was that it?
Oh, you mean the Sherlock Holmes Museum? Yeah, you could go there. He's not there though. He doesn't actually live there. It's a museum. It's in the address of where Sherlock Holmes lived in the storybooks.
And it's a real place.
It's a real place.
A real address.
Yeah, well, it wasn't a real, but now it is a real address. They've turned it into a museum. But if you're a fan of the show, it's kind of cool because you go in, the stairs are the same. You go upstairs, they have the living room kind of laid out the same. It's a bit more like the storybooks.
Okay.
But it's definitely, you get the feeling you're actually there. It's kind of cool. It's very small. I think they only let in about 20 people at a time.
Okay.
So get there early would be my advice. And the best thing that you might like is downstairs, they have the world's most amazing gift shop. Anything Sherlock Holmes, including the, I think the DVDs or whatever of the Benedict Cumberbatch show. They got the books, they got pictures, they got tea towels, they got coffee cups, they got everything you could, pens, everything you could imagine with Sherlock Holmes and definitely Benedict Cumberbatch too. So you would definitely want to check that out.
I want to go.
But don't go and try to find his house, okay? I don't want to read about you in the newspaper. Crazy Taiwanese woman arrested in London stalking Benedict Cumberbatch. Don't be that fan. All right, guys, there's much more about Benedict Cumberbatch, and really much more than just Sherlock Holmes about his amazing acting career, and we're going to learn all about it today. So let's check it out. Cumberbatch first turned heads in his role as Sherlock Holmes in the television series Sherlock, which ran from 2010 to 2017. Since playing the master detective, he has displayed his acting range through a variety of other roles, his most famous of which is Marvel's Doctor Strange. In 2021, he appeared in 4 films, including Spider-Man: No Way Home and the widely praised The Power of the Dog. His outstanding performance as a disturbed cowboy in the latter film earned him a 2022 Golden Globe nomination. Building on his critical success, Cumberbatch returned to play Marvel's magical hero in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Okay, Benedict Cumberbatch, Far from Ordinary, Part 2. So we learned all about his childhood, growing up in an acting family, and the way he really attracted notice when he was a young student. He was a very mature young man, acted very well in school. But what about his working career? Well, let's get to it. Cumberbatch, it says, first turned heads in his role as Sherlock Holmes in the television series Sherlock, which ran from 2010 to 2017. There you go. When we say he turned heads, this is kind of like he got attention. He was acting in other things before that, as I mentioned, but he wasn't really the star. He was kind of just another character. He wasn't bad at all. He just wasn't a star. But with Sherlock, he became a star. That's when he turned heads and got a lot of attention.
Since playing the master detective, he has displayed his acting range through a variety of other roles, his most famous of which is Marvel's Doctor Strange, which I love. I love Marvel, and I really like Doctor Strange.
That was an interesting movie,
It's
absolutely,
amazing.
and quite different from playing the famous detective Sherlock Holmes. What is a detective? Well, this is someone who generally works with the police. They're probably in the police force, or maybe they help help the police or help people to solve crimes. When we think of a detective, we don't think of the policemen in the uniforms with the guns on their belt, driving around in the cars, giving traffic tickets. We think of the ones in the movies and the TV shows who dress like businessmen, who go in and look at the clues and actually try to catch the killer.
Yeah.
They're not out there stopping people from driving through red lights or, arresting people who steal something from a store. They're solving the big crimes, the serious crimes like murder and things like that. And of course, we also see a lot of detectives in stories, in movies and stories, television shows and things like that. Sometimes they work with the police, sometimes they're a private detective.
They work alone.
And they work alone.
Like Sherlock Holmes.
They're solving crimes, exactly. For example, the police were unwilling to help, so she hired a detective to solve the crime. That would be a private detective. Yeah, your own personal crime fighter. Now, in 2021, we read he appeared in 4 films. So yeah, COVID didn't keep him at home too much back in 2021. 4 films, including Spider-Man No Way Home, I guess as Doctor Strange, and the widely praised The Power of the Dog. Yeah, I've heard about that. It's available on Netflix. Let's learn more about that part, because apparently it was really good. I haven't seen it yet. His outstanding performance as a disturbed cowboy in the latter film earned him a 2022 Golden Globe nomination.
Wow, that's amazing.
That was pretty fantastic.
So we have here the adjective disturbed, which is used to describe a cowboy, this character, in The Power of the Dog. So if somebody is very disturbed, it means that something is probably not really right with their mind. Some of their thoughts are kind of jumbled. Maybe somebody else is talking to them. When we talk about disturbing someone else, it's like interrupting somebody. But if you're disturbed and it's happening to you, it means your mind is kind of jumbled by somebody else maybe being in there and you don't really know what's going on with yourself. And we often see this word together with the word mentally. Mentally disturbed includes these are the people who are sick and they may be living in places where they have to take some medication, see some doctors to see what's going on in their mind, because mental has to do with the mind. I have a sentence for you. There was a mentally disturbed individual bothering people on the subway this morning. So maybe this guy's talking to himself. He's probably talking to the people and making people kind of uncomfortable because something was going on in his mind and he wasn't feeling good.
Yeah, mentally ill is basically what we're saying. These people have a sickness of some kind and it's causing their behavior to be kind of strange or, not quite right, definitely.
So Benedict Cumberbatch played this cowboy who wasn't quite right in his mind, and he ended up doing so well that he was nominated for a Golden Globe Award. Okay, so continue on with the article. Building on his critical success, Cumberbatch returned to play Marvel's magical hero in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. So this is a movie that we're looking forward to. I don't know if the date's out yet, but Doctor Strange will be back very soon, and we will also be back soon after the break.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。我们今天要继续介绍 Benedict Cumberbatch 这位演员，他首度引起注意，是因为《新世纪福尔摩斯》这一部电视影集，他在里面饰演福尔摩斯。那除了饰演一名侦探呢，他也透过各种其他角色来展现演技。其中最著名的角色就是漫威的奇异博士了。好，那么在2021年，他有演4部电影，包括蜘蛛人无家日的那一部，还有广受好评的《犬山记》。他在《犬山记》这部电影里面是饰演一个焦虑不安的牛仔，精湛的演出有替他赢得2022年金球奖的提名。当然呢，他也有回归演出《奇异博士》的续集。我们来看单字 detective， 它是名词，表示私家侦探或者是探员。那么说到侦探 ，Rainbow 老师马上就想到放大镜。我们来学一下放大镜的英文是 magnifying glass。magnifying glass。好，这个就是指放大镜。那我们来看下一个单字是 disturbed。disturbed 它是形容词，来形容焦虑不安的、情绪失控的，或是形容有精神障碍的。当我们用 mentally disturbed， 就是指精神失常的。 那受到精神疾病所苦的人，他们的思绪有时候可能是混乱的，可能会需要药物协助。这时候 Rainbow 老师他用到 jumble 这个字 ，Jumble，jumble 表示使什么混乱杂乱。还有用到 medication，medication，那这个字表示药物药剂。好，这边一个重点，我们进入文法时间。好，我们来看这个重点是有修饰语的关系代名词的补述用法。好 ，which 当关系代名词可以引导关系子句去补充说明是事物的先行词。那么 which 的前面呢，你还可以加上量词、数字、百分比或是最高级等等，再加上 of 去表达所占的比例。像如果我们说 two of which 是表达先行词其中2个怎么样怎么样 ，the best of which 是表达先行词其中最好的怎么样怎么样等等。举例来说 ，Barbara has 10 cats, the youngest of which was adopted last week. Barbara 有10只猫，其中最年幼的那只是上个礼拜领养的。那句子里面这个 which 就是用来指前面那个10 cats 10只猫 ，the youngest of which 就是指说那10只猫当中最年幼的。而关系子句在这边的功能就是要补充说明嘛，所以我们记得要用逗号把它跟主要子句隔开。记得回到课文中。
While making movies is a huge part of his life, acting isn't the only thing that keeps him busy. Cumberbatch has spent a lot of his time giving back. He is vocal about a number of social causes, supports organizations that help disadvantaged youth, and frequently raises money for cancer awareness. His active charity work has even gained him recognition from Queen Elizabeth, who honored him at a 2015 event. With his diverse acting career and considerable charity work, Benedict Cumberbatch is not your everyday actor. As for whether Cumberbatch has truly achieved a life less ordinary, only he can say for certain. Okay, we are back. Let's move away from movies and the whole show business side of Benedict Cumberbatch's life and find out what else he does. Because, you know, there's a lot of other hours to fill when you're not making huge award-winning Hollywood blockbuster movies. While making movies is a huge part of his life, acting isn't the only thing that keeps him busy. Cumberbatch has spent a lot of his time giving back. He also has a wife and kids, I think, so that probably takes up some of his time
Just a little bit.
But, you know, he likes to do good things for other people. He uses his fame to, you know, to help others, which is fantastic. What does he do?
He is vocal about a number of social causes, supports organizations that help disadvantaged youth, and frequently raises money for cancer awareness. So he uses all this money that he makes and he puts it back into the society, so we call that giving back. And the way that he does that is he chooses people who are disadvantaged, for example, youth.
There you go. So he's helping out maybe with his time and his money, but also just with his name, his fame. He's getting attention. He's getting people to donate to things. And disadvantaged youth is a great thing to donate to because there are a lot of disadvantaged people, and especially young people, out there. When you're disadvantaged, basically, life has given you kind of a bad deal. You were born in a bad home. You live in a neighborhood where they don't have good schooling. Maybe your parents had trouble with the law. Maybe you didn't have parents and you were moving around from family to family. But basically a lot of the things that most people would hope for their children, a safe, stable home, good schools, enough money to take care of all their basic needs. These kids don't have those things. They have some trouble in their life. They have some bad situation that they were born into. No fault of their own, just the way life worked out. So it's good that charities and governments and people like Benedict Cumberbatch and anyone can help out people like that because everyone needs a little bit of help, especially people who are disadvantaged. For example, the city needs to do a better job of helping disadvantaged children. Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of things we can do for people because we can help in a lot of different ways.
Yes, and not only can we help people, we can also raise awareness.
Good idea.
These two words are often put together, and awareness is the noun of the word aware. So aware means to know about something, maybe its importance, or to be warned about it. So aware with the N-E-S-S makes it a noun, and that just means the knowledge of something, to recognize that it's an issue that's important in society that maybe we feel a certain way about, or we might want to donate toward, or people are going to be teaching about. The actor used his speech to raise awareness about an important cause. So when people are famous, sometimes they give speeches about things that they care about. And because they're famous, other people would listen to them and say, hey, you know what? I like this actor, and I believe what he says is really important, so I'll learn more about this thing, and this is how the actor successfully raises awareness for social issues.
There you go. And he does a lot of this kind of work for a lot of different and very worthwhile causes.
Yes.
And then it says his active charity work has even gained him recognition from Queen Elizabeth.
Wow.
I guess Queen Elizabeth II. Because the other one died like 500 years ago. Queen Elizabeth, that's right, the Queen today, or these days, who honored him at a 2015 event. She invited, Benedict, please come to the palace. I have a gift for you.
Wow.
And I think she made him like a CBE, an MBE, an OBE.
Oh,
it's kind of an award the country gives out to people who do good work, who succeed in some kind of way, who help society. He's not a knight yet, right? He's not Sir Benedict. But maybe in a few more years, he'll become a knight. But definitely he's getting attention as much for his great success in show business as for his charity work. What are charities? Charities are basically people who work together in some kind of organization to raise money and to raise help and anything they can, really, for someone who needs it, for a group of people who needs it, for a problem in society that needs help and needs a care and needs solutions. So we can have charities that help disadvantaged youth. We can have charities that help the environment. We can have charities that help animals. We can have charities that help people who need help because they can't take care of it all themselves.
Yes.
So these charities of good people who organize to do good for other people and other causes in society and the world. Tickets for the dinner cost $20, and all of the money will go to charity. That's very nice.
Okay, so now we're going to be talking more about Benedict Cumberbatch with his diverse acting career and considerable charity work. Benedict Cumberbatch is not your everyday actor. He's not the same as everybody else.
No, and he has a weird name.
Because he does so much more. As for whether Cumberbatch has truly achieved a life less ordinary, which he wanted, only he can say for certain.
I think we can say that he has.
I would say so too.
I would say that he has. He does seem like one of those good guys out there, right? Sometimes you just get a feeling from people by seeing them in interviews, and you get the feeling that deep down he is a good, decent person. All right, our what do you think question. Here we go. Which movie starring Benedict Cumberbatch did you enjoy watching the most? I won't get to the second part because I know you've seen some.
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange. So you're going to be in line. You really will be
I will be.
Okay.
I enjoyed watching Doctor Strange because knowing about Benedict, my friend, Benedict Cumberbatch's his beliefs, and a lot of it has to do with Buddhism, spirituality, meditation, the power of the mind. So I thought it was really good for him to be in this because it's a combination of what he believes in and who he is. And the movie's amazing, and I really like Marvel. So there are so many reasons why I look forward to watching this right now.
Well, in a few more weeks, you'll be there front row center with your popcorn and Benedict Cumberbatch on the big screen. And maybe we'll see you guys there too. Until then, be well, take care, and bye-bye.
Bye.
Cumberbatch 拍了不少卖座巨片，不过呢，演戏并不是唯一让他忙碌的事情，他其实花了很多时间来回馈别人。那我们补充 Mike 老师他用到这个 blockbuster 这个字 ，blockbuster。Blockbuster 它可以用来指非常成功的书或是电影，那么用来描述电影的时候呢，就像我们中文说的卖座巨片。好，那么 Cumberbatch 他替许多社会公益事业发声，那么支持帮助弱势青年的组织，也常常替癌症关怀义士募款。那他积极的慈善工作，甚至还为他赢得了伊丽莎白女王的认可。女王就有在2015年的一场活动当中来表扬他哦。刚刚 Mike 老师他提到这个 CBE、OBE、MBE 这些其实是英国授勋以及嘉奖制度里面的不同勋章。像 Cumberbatch 他是获得皇室授予这个 CBE 的这种勋衔。那老师有提到说，你从一些访谈片段啊，你可以看出他真的是一个很正派的好人。老师用到 decent，D-E-C-E-N-T，decent 是形容正派的，或是形容得体的。再来看课文单字 disadvantaged， 它是形容弱势的，处于困境的。Awareness 这个名词则是表达意识、体认或是察觉。再来看到 charity。它当不可数名词是指慈善，当可数名词可以指慈善团体。课文最后写到说，凭借着多元的演艺生涯，还有大量慈善工作 ，Cumberbatch 他并不是一般普通演员。那至于他是不是真的有实现不平凡的生活，只有他自己能肯定的说。好，我们来看3个重点，进入文法时间。好，我们来看重点。偏语介系词 as for 是表达至于、关于，后面是接名词或动名词。举例来说 ，John and his girlfriend are here. As for the others, they will arrive later. John 和他的女朋友已经到了，那至于其他人，他们会晚点到。好，下一个重点是 whether 表示是否点点点，可以引导名词子句。那这样的子句呢，在句中可以当主词、受词或是主词补语。举例来说。I wonder whether Amy will go to the party. 我想知道 Amy 是否会参加派对。那这时候这个 whether 这个子句就是当受词用哦。好，下一个重点是 say for certain， 是指肯定的说。举例来说 ，The doctor cannot say for certain that this has something to do with the vaccine. 医生无法肯定的说这跟疫苗有关。好，那么以上是今天的讲解，同学别走开，马上回来哦。
Cumberbatch first turned heads in his role as Sherlock Holmes in the television series Sherlock, which ran from 2010 to 2017. Since playing the master detective, he has displayed his acting range through a variety of other roles, his most famous of which is Marvel's Doctor Strange. In 2021, he appeared in 4 films, including Spider-Man: No Way Home and the widely praised The Power of the Dog. His outstanding performance as a disturbed cowboy in the latter film earned him a 2022 Golden Globe nomination. Building on his critical success, Cumberbatch returned to play Marvel's magical hero in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. While making movies is a huge part of his life, acting isn't the only thing that keeps him busy. Cumberbatch has spent a lot of his time giving back. He is vocal about a number of social causes, supports organizations that help disadvantaged youth, and frequently raises money for cancer awareness. His active charity work has even gained him recognition from Queen Elizabeth, who honored him at a 2015 event. With his diverse acting career and considerable charity work, Benedict Cumberbatch is not your everyday actor. As for whether Cumberbatch has truly achieved a life less ordinary, only he can say for certain.
Hello, I'm Matt.
And I'm Jamie.
Today we're playing Guess the Bear. We each have 3 cards with sentences where the vocabulary words or phrases have been replaced with the word bear. We will each have 1 minute to see if we can guess all 3 of these words or phrases. So how about you guess first, and I'll read. All right, let's go 1 minute on the clock. Let's go. First one is an adjective. They grew up in an economically bared area. The school was built to help bared children.
Poor?
similar. Well,
Rich? Wait, no, the opposite. Poverty? Wait, sorry, can you say
not
again?
quite. They grew up in an economically bared area. The school was built to help bared children.
Let's skip that one.
Okay, next one's also an adjective. I have been having bared sleep this week. He was sent to a home for bared individuals.
I don't know why I'm not getting these. Can you say it again?
I've been having a bared sleep this week. He was sent to a home for bared individuals.
Disrupted? Like
almost.
Disturbed?
Yes. Okay,
Oh.
next one. A noun. Sherlock Holmes is the world's most famous bear. The bear followed the suspects in secret.
Detective?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, and I think we're out of time for the last one. Okay, so the last one was an adjective, and that's disadvantaged. So they grew up in an economically disadvantaged area, and the school was built to help disadvantaged children.
Okay.
I know that one was tricky. I was surprised you got disturbed. So.
Disturbed, yeah. Okay.
All right,
ready?
my turn. Let's go.
All right, go. All right, one word noun. She worked to raise bear about climate change, and the organization focuses on public bear of poverty.
Awareness?
Yes, good. All right, one word adjective. Earthquakes are not an bare occurrence, and we are studying bear life in the Middle Ages.
I was gonna say unusual. Regular? Normal?
Close. Earthquakes are not
frequent? No, frequent life. No. Okay, next. Let's try next one.
He donates most of his money to bear. One word noun, and the bear helps homeless animals.
Charity?
Yeah, good. Okay, let's go back. All right, one word adjective. Earthquakes are not an bare occurrence, and we are studying bear life in the Middle Ages.
Bear life. Every day?
Yeah, good.
Okay.
I was like, you're pretty close with like
I wasn't
regular.
even sure that I had it or not. So.
Yeah.
So yeah. What was that? What was that one about? Earthquakes are not an everyday occurrence.
and we are studying everyday life in the Middle Ages.
Country we live in.
Well, yeah.
See you next time.